Welcome. Remember, tonight, guys, get your crying towels out. Tonight's a night of crybabies and suckles. And if you're a crybaby and a suckle, tonight's the night I want you to be on the show. I want you to participate with us. And remember, crybabying and being a suckle, it's okay. It don't matter if you're 70 years old. It don't matter if you're 20 years old. It don't matter if you're 5 years old. We all suck on our thumbs. Like, share, and subscribe. Hello, Michael Peevler, Brian Mansker. Good evening to all. Good evening. Mike Green is with us. Hey, Mike. I got some good news today. Birds are starting to move just a tad bit more. Not much more, but just a little bit more. We got some video footage. Again, I went with my good drink here. The Monster Punch, Power Punch, Super Juice, and Punch. I got to get another can of this. I got it in the fridge. Gregory McFarland says, hey, what's going on? Pigeon Bingo round number 13. I think we got 4 or 5 squares left. Let's get that sold out. Super Bingo is sold out. This Wednesday, it's going to be good. We're having Super Bingo, and if 13 sells these 5 spots, we're going to have 2 rounds of bingo. So let's get that done. A reminder, guys, to like, share, and subscribe. I'm only joking. It's okay to cry, moan, complain. I've got to do a little product testing here tonight. And again, it's always fun when you're doing the shows on your own. It's what makes it the most fun. Can you grab the box out there? Twirler, twirly Tums. Talking to Big Nance. I call her now the Twirler. Again, it is raining and pouring. John Willis says, out of focus. Well, it is a little bit out of focus. That could be the case. It could be a bit buffering again. The internet here on Bloomington is probably one of the best in the world. Mars has better internet than here. You hear me say about it all the time. I want to thank you for all the birthday greetings. Guys, I didn't know it was Michael Peevler's birthday. I had no clue. Mike, I'm not a bad guy. Happy birthday. Happy birthday, Michael Peevler. USA Loft says, hey, he bought some squares. Great. Tonight should be kind of a fun show. We've got a couple interesting things. I pulled all the birds off the respiratory. There's still the odd one. But I'm not overly worried. They're going to have to get out of it on their own. Not on their own. Some birds pull out, some birds weep. So I'm not going to do that. They've been treated more than sufficient. And I think we're looking better. Again, this is my first season pulling flights on pigeons as we recover the broadcast. Different, but I still think I'm quite happy with how the flights did come in. Sorry, I'm just checking to make sure it's not pouring rain out. Again, nothing's more. Stan says, cheers, Mike. Cheers. I did want to do a little product review on a product. I think it's a good product, but I'm a little disappointed on how they sell the product. We're going to talk about that again as I recover the broadcast. But yeah, Pigeon Bingo, Wednesday night. It's going to be super fun. Super Bingo's, the prize is just over $600. I could be lying, or I could say it's like $620, or it could be $650, or it could be $600. I'm just going to say $600 as I have to continue to recover. But that's cool. That's fine. Let's make sure the comments are still coming in. Reminder, guys, I always say this show works best when you guys participate. That's all I got to say about that. Some days, some people don't feel like participating, and that's okay. If that's one of your days, hey, my partner here, he had a bad moment, or he didn't want to participate. That's okay. I will not let you down. I will stay. I will stick around. So we're going to go a little different this week. We're going to take our time. Again, make yourself a beverage. Anything you want to talk, pigeon racing, fancy pigeons, importing pigeons, anything, let me know. But I did have a couple videography of here about an hour ago. It's so funny, but the birds right here in the evening, they really start to go back and forth and back and forth and back and forth. And you can see this group wants to fly. It's almost like they've they're asking for more time, which I can see. They're getting braver and braver and braver. And a hawk comes through, boof, they go up. Not all of them, but a whole whack of them. I think yesterday was Sunday. We must have had a red tail come through. Ricky was here. And we had, I'd say, 150 higher than dots in the sky. And then they, fly together and then they break all off. And, they do their thing. And tonight they're going back and forth and back and forth. You can see they want to go. And I had them sitting all in a perfect spot. And I didn't tell them, but I grabbed the flag and I threw it right up in front of them. Like, say, "Hup, come on, let's go. Let's get a little more confidence." And a group went off. A big group, a nice group went off. And I got some video footage of it, which is great. USL, let me get back to this. Fish hook intended. Hey, do you have any idea when you will start flagging? They're still not ready. We're working on it with them. I'm not worried. We're working on it with them. I know you guys might be a little worried. I'm going to start training. I hope the first week or two of August, and I'll push the training. I'm not really worried. Mike Vanderyak says, fish hooks intended. Greetings from the hospital. Tracy, why the hell are you in the hospital? Mike Sheridan says, hey, Mike, remember, here's a group, 5 or 6, 10 just landed. 13 landed. That's good. A group was flying here for 25 minutes. And I did want to get these posted up here so you can see. Charles says, good evening. Hey. Say hello to my sister, Deb. Okay. Hey, Deb. The auction in November, New Jersey, is the rest of the Valentine's couples. This isn't the auction in New Jersey is just 222. They're not sold as couples. They're sold as individuals. We will have our Valentine's Day auction as well. Birds are landing here in the dark, which is fine. They're used to it. I wish. What happened? Deer hook in the lip. Okay. Have you considered morning time? Morning time. The birds go out at 6 in the morning. It's not. They get open loft. They're out all day long. I let them do what they want. Up, down, up, down. Yes. The odd time we throw a stick, throw a flag, throw a ball, get them up. They're a little bit magnet happy to the loft. We're lightening off that feed. They're on a lot of barley right now. And I'm basically right now, let's say there's 550 birds feeding around 400, 450-ish, the amount of feed I'm feeding them. They're trapping really, really good. But here, I'm going to show you a video. This would have been at about 7:45 this evening. Here's the first video. There you go. You see them up. And I do zoom in. But they all know they all know what to do. It's just getting them up past the trees and so they start feeling it. And that's always a fun part. Again, so many birds. You see these birds that are landing. The landers act as magnets to the board. And it's a bit of work. They like to go on the Twisted Sister. And they like to sit. They're still very, very tight to the loft, but they're getting better. And as you can see, I focus on another group. Now, this group here that I'm going to show you next in the next video, they just landed here, I'd say 5 minutes ago or 3 minutes ago. But you see, still, they're all kamikazes and singles. They all haven't figured it out. But you can see here in the next group, Look at this group way up there. They're playing. This group's going for a ramble. They went for about 25 minutes on their own. That's what we like to see. So we are heading in the right direction, which is a good sign. We just have to be still a little bit more patient, slow and steady. But that's all we need to see. Getting them up there. The rest are all there. They just have to get there. And we have to be just a smidge more patient. Let me move that off back over to me. So yeah, that was that. Interesting, but great one. You know, like I say, if I could get that red tail to come through here about 5 times a day, just for about the next week, it'd be great. You know, come in at 8 in the morning, and come in at 11, and then come in at 2, and then come in at 5, and then again at 7. That'd be perfect. Accept how they act in the air. Expect how they act. Yeah, they're still kamikazes. Again, you see that group that's kidding. Now that group, you can obviously tell they've gotten up a few times and they're going. I always say the more and more birds you have, the more and more it acts like a magnet. A little bit trickier to get them off that roof because they ground to it. If these guys don't want to go, they're going to start in the basket. They'll go on the other side of the fence and they'll get let out that way. Either way, we'll get them up and rolling. Slow and steady. Again, if I have to take them to the school 10 times, get them up. Is the day I've been waiting for. Oh, I don't know. I don't know if it's a day to be waiting for. There's a lot more days to wait for than this. This is the start. Most flights are almost all the way in now. Most birds are all the way in. And it's kind of funny how they when you pulled and cut the flights, they lose that confidence in themselves, and now it's just they almost need it to get feared into them a little bit. And I'm sure if you just left them, like if you said, oh, we're going to start training in September, that probably we wouldn't talk about this pushing, but we are pushing here a little bit. Have to push. Again, we want to get these races off here in September and have them all done by October. So right now, if anyone asks, it's wheat, it's barley, it's a little bit of soybean, but basically yesterday 100% barley. That's what they got, 100% barley. First they didn't like it, now they eat barley like it's reindeer corn. They love it. And we're backing the feed off to strip any of that baby fat weight, pull the weight off to make those flights feel better. Go, go, go. But there's a couple more landing here, which is all good. Getting used to airtime. Yeah, it's getting them used to the air and actually getting them to understand, holy shit, it's fun up here. I enjoy this. You know, it's so funny. They start off on the lawn, right? They go from the landing board to the lawn and they can barely make it up to the roof, like the roof of the lofts. And, you know, they go up the ramp. You see it. They go up the ramp, down the ramp, up the ramp, down the ramp, up the ramp, down the ramp, on the lawn, on the lawn, on the lawn, on the lawn. Then they start to go onto the roof of the loft, roof of the loft, roof of the loft, roof of the loft, lawn, roof of the loft, back and forth, back and forth. Next thing you know, everyone now up on the Twisted Sister and back, Twisted Sister and back, Twisted Sister and back. That's all they do, back and forth, back and forth. And then they go over to the barn. And still, very few are up on the house roof. But you can see they're starting to come up. And then they start to go all over the lawn and pick. You start to see these things. You get the hawks go through. And when the hawks go through, or again, as I say, when you get them up, they can do it because, you know, there's a group there. They all can do this. Every one of them should do this right now. It's just getting them there, getting them to say, let's leave the board alone and let's go. But I'm not overly worried. Like I said, tomorrow morning, I'll let them already, because they're lighter, they'll go. They'll go. And again, we just have to be a bit of patient. Patience is key. If you're not patient, it doesn't work. You know, and this is the thing with the races here in Canada, especially. There's not a lot of time. You got to have this done by October, or you want it done by October. Jordan Polson, what's going on, my friend? How are you doing? Just looking for any comments that I may have missed. Hey, Jordan. I wanted to also, before I bring up the product that I wanted to talk about tonight, is I wanted for people that weren't sure or didn't know the Pigeon Boss tour. Again, it is in February, and February 15th to, I believe, the 27th. 13 days, super fun. You're going to see 10 super lofts, winning lofts that have won for years and years and years and years. You're going to see the Van Roby's feed store. You're going to get to go to the Lear Market. You're going to go to the Golden Doif Awards. You're going to get to go to the Schumacher Breeding Center. And then the lofts are going to be absolutely fantastic that you're going to go get to meet. The dinners that you're going to have. And the super pigeon fanciers that you will meet along the way. Not just the lofts that we're going to visit, but at the awards, at the pubs, who you're going to meet. Even just looking at the wild pigeons on the street, you'll enjoy it. Trust me, the whole thing is super fun. So, if you are interested in being on the Pigeon Boss tour, we are selling 7 spots for only 7 individuals. That's it. 7 individuals. We're not taking 10 or 15 or 20 people. It's only for 7. It's an intimate tour. We're going to be staying at the Van der Valk hotels, super hotels. Again, I will be the chauffeur. I will be the tour guide. I will take you to all the spots. What you've seen on camera is great. What you're going to see in person is even better. I promise you that. Again, and let's not forget, you're going to get to go to the Fugare show in Belgium. You guys have seen me go there for multiple years. You're going to get to buy birds. You're going to get to go to the Lear Market and buy birds. You're going to get to buy birds if you want from the breeders that we're visiting. And we will help you import them in. So, super fun. If you are interested, hey, send us an email, send us a PM. And it's first come, first serve. We don't hold for anybody. You put your deposit in of $1,500. And you get the rest of your payment in by the end of November, by November 1st, or no, I can't remember. Sometime in November, get the payment in, and you're good to go. And we're gonna have fun. It's a pigeon trip of a lifetime. So if you are interested and you have questions, let me know. Remember, the $59.99 Americans, it's like $4,500. For people in the UK, it's $3,500. You get a couple dinners included. Covers all the travelings from loft to loft. You don't pay anything for that. It's really, really a great pigeon trip. And I think for the people that try it out, you're going to be super happy. And again, I'm all about having fun. I'm all about learning. I'm all about having a laugh. And I want you guys to see what I see. So if you guys have questions, you can ask about that as well. I did want to get into this product, little, what do we call it here? A little product. Look at a product that I've been using for, I don't know, maybe 8 years or 9 years. So I will pull this in. And you guys tell me if you know the product. Does anyone have a clue what the product is going to be while I go to get it? Let me grab it here. Reminder, guys, this show works best when you participate. How do you participate? Ask questions. Sorry about that, guys. Put in the comments below if you know what product we are going to talk about. Oh, it is quiet. Either the internet's not working or everyone's afraid to put a comment in. Once we get some comments, we're going to continue on with the show. Unless the internet has crapped out. Reminder, guys, Wednesday nights is Pigeon Bingo. You see me on the screen. Pigeon Bingo Wednesday night. Round 13. I think we've got 4 or 5 squares left for 13. And we've got Super Bingo. That's a guaranteed game. $600 in the pot. Remember, if you want to participate, Pigeon Bingo is great. Cash prizes, t-shirts, hats, sweaters, all the good stuff. Whew. Let's check out the board. Let me pull this down. Okay. I'm moving and listening. Good job, Brian. What is this product for? It's a product. I think it's a very good product for your pigeons. They consume it. It's a consuming product. Now that we know that we are working, I will let you guys think about this for just a second. And there's one other thing I did want to show before I start. This is Friday nights. We have the Pioneer Trapping Challenge. We've spruced it up a bit. For $5, you get 5 picks. Pick the bird you want. Before trapping, we're going to say a number, 295th. The 295th bird to clock. If it's your bird, a bird that you've picked, you will win 50% of the pot. If no one wins, the pot carries over. Training where we do the pick birds. Something like bingo, just a little different. Let's see what the comments are. All right, the hell with the questions. So here is the product. Okay, it is the all-in-one grit Versalaga. Good product. I like the product. It's a good product. Great to use for breeders, racers. Smells great. The birds love it. I find the birds, if you feed it properly, the pigeons clean it up very, very nice. There's not a lot of waste in this. Again, a lot of people, they feed it way too heavy. But this was the product here. And I bought this product when they had the round pails. I still have round pails outside. The round ones. You know, ones that are round. The round buckets. So we got the round buckets. Then they changed to the square buckets. Okay, and these were 22 pounds, 10 kilos. It came with a sealed lid. And I used to sell this product. I did. We would import it from Belgium. And, you know, sometimes they'd come on the pallets. The lids would be cracked or they wouldn't package them right, you know. But overall, good product. You know, and I know other companies have a similar product, but tonight I'm talking about this one. Just listening, Mike shared. How many spots for the tour left? Right now, we've just opened it up. So there's 7 spots available. It's first come, first serve. I know pigeon men, especially, they wait. I call it, they come late to the dance. If you are thinking about doing this, get in, because all of a sudden, normally how this will work is 1 or 2 guys will come together. You know, if you got another pigeon buddy, invite them along. There you go. The 2 of you go. You can have a really good time. So I'm just letting you know, don't snooze. If you're one of those guys that want to be a part of it, get involved, get on board. Don't worry who's coming. I'm there. You're coming with me, and you're coming to meet the breeders. Everyone's going to get along. We're going to have fun. So don't be shy. I'm the guide. I know all these people. Everyone we're going to go see, I've been to their houses. I've had dinner with them. I've done auctions for them. I've met them at different events. Every breeder we put on this tour, they're ace number one. Okay? Ace number one. I promise you that. Still the odd bird landing. I like this. This is good. So this is the product. Okay? Good product. In Canada, pretty much this is all you can get. At your local feed store. Your feed store. This product. Now, this exact product, I went and purchased it on the weekend, and then the box. Okay, there you go. See, here's the product now. It's the same product. It's what's the weight of this? This is 12 kg, so this is 26 pounds. Okay, comes in a cardboard box. Let's open the box up. Let's take a look. Now, the boxes, I'm going to be honest, look at boxes are flimsy. The box can't carry the weight. First thing I don't really like, I don't like the package of it. It's chintzy. It's $69. This box here is $69. I used to sell the same bucket for $35. Then it went to $45. And I think they were now then at $50. I only saw it on my list. I saw it on my list for sure. Rosedale, read the report about the Barcelona pigeon being fed Van Roby's blend. Yes, Van Roby's grit that's the same as this is better than this. It's packaged way better for the price. Okay, I would bring a container in of it. I would. But I'm talking about this product here. I'm disappointed in this product. So this product here, first of all, I lifted it up from out in the car into the house. The box can't carry the weight. So this box does not carry 12 kgs. Here's the next problem. Okay. They give you, and I'm going to leave this box here. They give you these bags. Okay. Give you these sealed bags. And you can cut them open, but you can't reseal them. What was so great about these buckets were, the buckets came with the lids, and you'd open the bucket, you take out what you wanted, you put the lid on. You use the bucket. When it's done, you went and bought another bucket. When that was done, you went and bought another bucket, and another bucket, and another bucket. Now, normally, when I was done, I'd throw the lid away, and I use this as a feed bucket, a dog shit scooping bucket. I use this bucket to wash my car. I use the bucket for multiple things. Buckets to hold things in the garage. Buckets, 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 buckets. Ship scraping bucket. Bucket. Good handle, durable. I still have the round ones. Now, for $35, when I originally was selling this, then it went to $45, then it went to $50. The beautiful thing was, I always had a bucket. Okay, I think I must have 20 of these buckets. Now I buy this product. I don't get a bucket. As soon as I cut it, the freshness goes out. If I'm too lazy and I put it in the loft and I leave it open and it falls over. Oops, it falls on the ground. Oops, I left it open. It kind of went a bit stale. Oops. I left it out in the rain. It got rained in. Oops. The bag takes in the moisture. It sweats. I don't like it. I love the smell. Yeah, and it smells like birthday cake. Very, very nice. So they give you 3 bags in this box. It's $69 Canadian. I imported enough of this, enough of the butt pails, and I knew why the pails were breaking. in the warehouse. They wouldn't stack them right. They didn't take the time to think about how they were loading them for the containers. And sometimes you would get them and you get 5 or 6 lids that were broken. And people would say, oh, I don't want a broken lid. There were times sometimes I'd have 20 pails I'd keep for myself, pay for it out of my pocket, keep them because the lids were cracked. And I get that. People don't want cracked lids. Now they got rid of this. Now we're into this. It's a turnoff. It's a turnoff. It's a lot of money for a crappy box. That the box, if you pick it up, it's a brand new box. Pick the box up, carry it into your house. The box rips. The box tears. Yes, all the ingredients are on it. Yes, great. I don't know. Use a bucket. What do you guys think? Am I making a big deal out of this, or what do you think? Do you guys use the buckets? You know, I know Van Robi's, they sell a 50-pound bag of it. A 50-pound bag. Fine. I'll go buy a bucket for a 50-pound bag. Great. No problem. But this here, I'm paying $69. Yeah, I'm getting what, 2 kgs more? I'm getting 4 pounds more. I'm getting these crappy bags, a crappy box, and now I got to store the bag somewhere. Heaven forbid the bags break open. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. Is the box as refills? No. There's 3 of these bags in this box. Okay, 3 bags. The way I look at it, I want the pail. I want the bucket. I want the bucket. Every pigeon man loves a bucket. And you know what else is great? If you wanted to mix, let's say, with the one loft race, I want to feed them. I'm feeding 2 pails at dinner. Right? Each pail feeds, let's say, 300 birds. I'm just throwing a number out. This pail I want all reindeer corn. This pail I want all barley. I want to put hemp. I want to put hemp oil on this bucket. You got enough buckets. It's better. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. Unfortunately, now these are the questions I don't. The cost is the difference to make. We're paying $69 for 4 pounds, 4 more pounds, and we get a crappy box. I want the pail. I want the pail. You know, now I got to go out and buy pails. When I was buying the all-in-one grid, the one thing I always said was, I get a pail out of it. Same thing if you bought the Pixteens. I like the Pixteens in the ceramic pots. I can use them. I can use them to hold rings. I can use them to feed my cats. I can use them to eat ice cream out of if I want. That's why I like those. This, I think to myself, well, what other companies make this product? If I'm going to go with the bag stuff, I'm going to go with Van Robi's. It's a bigger bag. I'll go buy a bucket. Fine. But this, to me, this is flimsy. I mean, they don't even make the box so you can carry. It doesn't carry the weight properly. Yeah, 3 for $70. Okay, I'm going to show you. In the box, you get 1. You get 2. You get 3. Okay, 3 of them in the box. Now, I'm just looking. 1, 2, 3. And again, these are all in the bag. So now I don't have the lids for these. It's a little bit of a pain in the butt. I'm paying more money. I'm getting only 4 pounds more. I don't get the bucket. Am I crazy? I'm crazy, aren't I? You guys think I'm nuts. Am I crazy? Am I nuts? Or does this make sense? And the product's good. I'm not against the product. I know Buyers has one in a bucket. I've never got to use the Buyers one. Unfortunately, the guy in my area, he don't sell it. Or I got to go some crazy place to get it. But this product here, I originally was the first one here. I started bringing it in. Great product. I like it. The birds like it. Well, we could do that. But I don't want to open all 3 bags. But, I mean, let's just take a look. Okay, so here we go. The problem is the bags have air. So right here, let's do this here. No, hold on. I'm going to go over here. 1 second. So right here, this is it inside here. We took the air out of the bag. I mean, you see still room. You can put it on top this way. I almost guarantee you that if we take this out of the bag, all 3 of these bags will fit. I'm not going to do it because I don't want to open them and I don't have a lid. There you go. I didn't save a lid. But there's still air, and look, there's still space down in here. So I can almost guarantee you that all this product fits in this bucket. Now, I don't think we really have to do this, but I'm pretty sure we can tell. There's not that much coming over the top. There's not. Do you guys agree, or am I crazy? Maybe I'm crazy. What do y'all think? Look at Stan. Stan's using the pails for future storage. The cardboard is lightweight, not heavy duty to hold the weight. Well, I get that, but I just took these off. I just picked them up from the store and the box breaks. Now, I wanted to see one more thing here. I should have got a scale here if I had my assistant with me tonight, but the good old assistant is what we call crying over spilt milk. Let's remove Peevler's comment. Sorry, Peeves. I just want to see something, just from hand feeling here. Okay. A pound and a half. This is just a little bit heavier, just a little bit, not much heavier. I'm going to be honest, I almost think they're almost identical in weight. Again, I don't have a scale with me to measure this shit. I just think a good product, keep it in the bucket, or put it in a 50-pound bag. But don't give me these little things and no bucket and a crappy box. You know, I don't know. And the box doesn't hold the weight. I mean, nothing more annoying than the box not holding the weight. It's like going to the grocery store, right? And they get those paper bags and the bags don't hold the groceries, or the plastic bags and the bags rip. I don't like that. But that's me. Good product. Pigeons love it. Not going to take that away. When I went to go buy this at the feed store, I was a little disappointed when I seen this. And I had to pick 5 of these boxes up. By the time I picked the first one up, third one broke, and the 5th one broke. Now this is another one that broke. I agree. Guys, put your complaints in. It won't do no good. They don't listen. I tried to help them. We're nothing. I'm just looking at the product in a general, in a whole. Again, does this affect on how the birds eat it? No. But I guarantee you in these bags, you're going to waste a hell of a lot more. You will waste more. You've got to cut them better. If you don't have a bucket, you got to store it. It falls over. I don't know. Mice can get into it. I don't know. Bucket, better. So, would I change from this product to another company's? 100%. What plastic paper bag in grocery stores are now? Well, if you go to the U.S., you go to Wegmans, they give you paper bags. They're good paper bags. I think I have some here. But you remember, you go to the stores, you used to get plastic bags, some plastic. You tell the girl to double bag it. Why? Because the bags don't work. Now, you got to bring your own bags. You got to check yourselves out, which is, to me, completely bullshit. It's kind of like this box thing. They only give you 4 more pounds in a cheap box. And they're not giving you 4 more pounds. Because why? Once you open this, it wastes quicker. You're going to waste this way quicker. It doesn't stay nearly as fresh. Hey, I'm late to the party. What's going on, Shane Dennis? Guys, Shane is a Pigeon Bingo superstar as well, just like Greg McFarland. Just like USA Lofts. Peevler, you got to get into the game here, brother. Hopefully Tracy's okay in the hospital. I think she's probably got the squirts or something. I don't know. But, yeah, I would like to try out the what's the other company there? I'm thinking, what's the name? The Buyers, because they got a bucket. I'd like to try the Buyers out, see if there's any difference. I know the Van Robijs. I've seen it in enough lots in Europe. If I had Van Robijs here, that's what I would use. I wouldn't use Buyers, or I wouldn't use the Versalaga. I would go with the Van Robijs. Van Robijs sells it in a pail, but they also sell 50-pound bags. And for me, that's going to work. For me, then, I don't mind going to get a big pail with a lid and pouring it in. I'm fine with that. But I will say, I would still buy a few Van Robijs of this size for the pails. I like the pails. Yes, and this is a really, and guys, I remember the same thing with the bet. I'm not ripping the product, saying the product's garbage. No, product's a good product. Just like Stan said, though, the packaging doesn't add up. And I know you have to transport it across the world. I know. This is still better. You know, I don't sell this feed anymore. I don't. I won't. But this is all I can get for this type of a grit. This is it. Think about this. Think about the advertising this pail gets. When you see it, you all know what this product is. Right? That's advertising. You'll never see this on my shows. You'll see me now carrying a Home Depot bucket or a Chinese oil bucket, something else. Because once these are gone, I won't have them anymore. Premier League Buyers are shipping products to Canada. Yes, they are. Buyers does ship to Canada. Again, the guy that sells it, I'm not in his area. We really don't see eye to eye. And I have never tried it. But I would be interested in trying it just now because of the bucket. Where do you get your hemp seed? I have a source that I get my hemp seed from. It's live hemp oil. Look for a hemp farm. I don't know. Again, I don't like feeding hemp seed from feed stores. I'm not interested. I want live hemp, uncooked hemp. Uncooked. Has the most firepower in it. That's why I like the hemp seed. That's why I like the hemp oil. The hemp oil is the same thing. They also have another product that they have. It's like a mash, hemp mash. When they take the live hemp seed and they crush it and they contract the oil. Well, the sludge that comes out, that's oil and seed. If I could get it, I'm going to try and get it for this year. It's super. Van Roby's Super Grit and Minerals is the best product on the market. Thank you. Premier League, you and I both agree. Okay. I have been to Versalaga's feed. I did a whole tour there, and I never ended up airing it. I was there for a whole day, went through the factory, looked at it, great. But they specialize in horses and chickens and ducks and gophers and whatever. Too many products? No. The quality is not there. Van Roby's, I've been to their feed store. I've been there. I have been there. It's fantastic. The quality is great of all the seeds, of all the grains. You go into up into their showroom, the main office, talk with Guy. It is on point, perfect. Again, the product that he is talking about, the Super Grit, it is the best. You can buy it, and my brain might be cloudy. Premier can maybe agree. I believe you can buy them in 50-pound bags. If I can buy that grit in 50-pound bags, then I have no problems going out and getting a good bucket to seal it in. Saving money, I'm getting a bigger bag. I'm fine with that. But I still would buy their pails, a couple of their pails, to have their pails, because these pails work good. But here we just have this. If I go to one feed store here or two feed stores, I have this. That's it. Sounds good, says Dekine. Oh, and because Premier brought this up, I'm going to throw this back up here so y'all can see this. The tour, you get to go to the Van Roby's, not the store. You get to go to the factory. You get to go see the store, the in-store. Guy's going to take you through the factory, show you how they bag the feed, show you the mixes, show you everything, right down to the white corn. Guy will show you, and that is on your Pigeon Boss tour. That's one of the stops. You will not be disappointed. So, take it from me. You're going to learn. You're going to enjoy it. And you know what's great? You can ask Guy about the mixes, about certain grains. 20 kilos. Okay, so 20 kilos is 40 or 44 pounds, whatever it is. 40-pound bags. I'm fine with that. Again, it smells very similar to this. I've seen some of the top lofts feed it. The birds go crazy for it. Yes, the CU head office sells buyers. Yes, they will not sell. I don't believe they'll sell to me. I should call and order a pail, see if they'll sell to me. Good call. I'm going to order one. Thanks, Dan. But again, I got the Versalaga ones. I'm going to use that up. Maybe when I run out, maybe I'll try. But I wonder if in the U.S. they're doing this. Americans in the U.S., are they doing this or are they doing the pails? You know, in Europe, I don't think they get away with this bag shit. I don't think the people are going to accept that. But, hey, we're in Canada. Nobody cares about us. We don't stand up. We get pushed over. I'm standing up because I don't think it's right. Let's see. What else did I want to show here? Again, guys, our trapping challenge this Friday. You see it up here on the top left side of the screen. $5, you're going to get 5 picks. Pick 5 pigeons. Go on our website. We're going to pick a number on Friday. If you want, I pick the number right now. Or, hey, Premier League, you pick the number. We'll let Premier League pick. Premier League, pick a number between 1 and 500. I'm going to give this one to Premier League because he's all the way from somewhere in the UK. We're not sure where, but he's somewhere. Brian Mansker says, the box. Okay. How long have you had the box? And it was so funny. When I bought this, they said, oh, they changed the product. It's now in boxes. By the time they wheeled it out and we're picking it up, putting it in the car, the boxes were breaking. And you could see they were like super embarrassed. Imported pigeon products become so expensive because of shipping and import tax. I agree. I've got everything set up to bring in the Van Roby's feed, but I'm not going to invest $40,000 in a container of feed. And people can't be consistent. To me, to make a buck a bag, it's not worth it. It's a big headache, and for what? Products are great. I mean, I will say one thing: you guys in Europe, you really have it quite good. 177. Okay, so on Friday, the 177th pigeon is going to win the pot. Now, I already said I'm going to throw $100 in. Who's going to come and win the money? $5 for 5 picks. Pick your birds. Get up there. Don't be shy. Follow Premier's League. 177. I'm going to remember it on Friday evening. The birds will clock the 177th pigeon. If that's the pigeon that you've picked, you're going to win 50% of the pot. Thanks to Premier League. Thank you, Premier League, for picking the number. I always like the number 7. That's a goddamn good drink. So that was my review on the all-in-one. Maybe you guys thought I was a bit too hard on them, but I just think sometimes people got to stand up. What do you think of the natural pink mineral? All the pink minerals, I like them. They're good. I find when you put them in the loft, the birds fly up and down, and the minerals, I end up putting more. The floor is always pink. And what do you guys think? If you oil your feed, mix the pink mineral on, feed it to the birds. Okay, let me just see here. Rating so small. Ingredients. Does it say on here directions? Feeding instructions. Okay, let's look at this. And you people that feed this, tell me how much you feed. Because I'm cheap. When it comes to this, I only feed what they're going to eat. David, natural products are good as well. Good quality, yeah, they are. I'm not knocking the quality. On all the products sold there, the Buyers, the Natural, the Versalaga, the Van Roby's, they're all very, very, very similar. Price point and what you feel. I'm pretty sure if I feed the Buyers, the birds are going to love it. The Van Roby's, the birds are going to love it. The Natural, the birds are going to love it. But it says here, feeding instructions. Breeding period, provide 1 teaspoon per pigeon. 1 teaspoon. 1 teaspoon per pigeon. So if you have a galley pot, and I see people do this, I call them the dummios. Okay? Hold on. Let me grab this. Let's just see. 1 teaspoon. Now, a teaspoon's nothing. Oh, let's see if I can get this out here. Okay. This isn't even the size of a galley pot. Okay. This isn't even the size of one of those little galley pot things. Okay. This little ceramic dish. 1 teaspoon per pigeon. Take a look. I see people with 4 pigeons, 2 pigeons in a breeding section. They fill it right up with all-in-one grit. Pigeons like it fresh. People are too lazy. I like to mix the minerals, the grits, and the bourgeois with the oils amongst the feed. Right. This product, I normally fed this straight, but the pink minerals, I found a little bit of oil, put it on the feed. I felt like it got into the birds better. I didn't feel like I was wasting as much. What do y'all think? I don't know. But that's for the breeding period. 1 teaspoon per pigeon in a small pot every day. 1 teaspoon per pigeon. How many teaspoons are in here? I don't know. Racing and molting season. Provide fresh in the loft in a pot. Refresh daily. It's the same amount. I think people give it too heavy. Not too heavy, but they waste it. But again, who wants to go into a section and say, okay, there's 20 pigeons in here, 20 spoons? You know, with the one lot birds, I take 1 feed scoop, 1 whole scoop. That's 300 pigeons. It's probably not enough, but it all gets eaten. Does the all-in-one not have pink mineral in? Now, the all-in-one, from what I gathered, maybe this is a better way. All right, let's see. Let's look at ingredients. Okay, the only good thing about the box is you can read it. And I do like to get all the different languages. That's good. Let's see here. Composition shells. Wow. Red, they got reds. I mean, let's take a look. Mineral feed for pigeons. Okay. They have crude ash. Oh my God. I mean, what don't they have in this? I think I ended up counting. I mean, there's sodium in here. I'm looking at some of the seeds here. They've got calcareous mineral shells, redstone, peeled oats, flint grit products, barley. Wait, bakered egg. There's so many things here: soya meal, rapeseed, maize, rock salt, canary grass seed, millet, white millet, Milo, broken rice, elderberries, carrots dried, birch yeast, split hulls. I mean, there's a whack of products in here. And it says directions. Mix 1 teaspoon, 5 grams per pigeon, with grain mixture daily. I feed mine a little fresh every day in the feed trough with the grain. Yeah, that's what it says. I bought. So here, this is what Premier says. I bought a bag of Byers oyster shell grit, 20 kilo bag. Pigeons do not like it. Do not like it. Has anyone else seen this? The oyster shell. Oyster shell grit. I've never tried it, so if someone else has had that experience, fine. I found once I started using this, the regular grit, they go after it, but never like they do this. And again, I know there's salt in this. I know there's all kinds of little goodies, candy seeds in here. And that's part of the gimmick. Not the gimmick, but gets them to get into it. Smells great. All of these products, they always smell good. But, yeah, the pink minerals, I like to oil the feed and put it on. It doesn't matter what pink mineral I'm feeding. That's what I'm going to do. So yeah, I wanted to show some birds tonight. They were flying. I didn't want to bother them. I wanted to show Mike Green 3 of his birds. I am going to do that this week. I will do it on the bingo show. I'm going to do that. I'm going to make sure on Wednesday I pull the birds out in the morning before I let everybody out. They can have a day in the basket. It'll be more fun. I think that's what I'm going to do. But yeah, that was my review on the all-in-one. A little disappointed. The all-in-one contains oyster shell, I believe. Yeah, I believe it does as well. I believe there's like 60 or 70 products. I don't know if they added more to it. It does look a little different. It looks a little more yellowy. Their egg food, Versalaga egg food, I'm not a big fan of it. I don't know if anyone else noticed that. I found the birds weren't into it nearly as much as the all-in-one. Some people, they said they loved it. I wasn't a big fan of it. Pails are here in the U.S., says USA Lofts. Frank Leopold, thanks for tuning in. Premier says Dave Natural products are good too. How do you combat moisture in wet lofts? Have heaters on in your lofts if you have heat. You know, I was in Florida and the loft was AAA loft. And every loft that I went to in Florida, I mean, Gallo, great loft. I've been to quite a few lofts there. They all have wire floors. Now, AAA, when I went in, it was completely different. It was a wood floor with the granules. And he had these cattle mats, okay, the rubber cattle mats in each section. And they were turned on. Now, the day I was there, it was 90 degrees with humidity outside. Like, it was hot. I mean, I was like sweating like a beast. Okay, I went into the loft. The loft went from humid to warm. No humidity. It went dry. Okay, the loft inside, the heat in the loft took all the humidity, all the wetness, all the dampness out of the loft. It was amazing because the pigeons were laying on. Oh, big earn. The pigeons were laying on the cattle mats. Each section, you'd see birds sprawled out on it. And the loft they were on, you could put your hand on them, they were warm. Okay, they weren't hot, but they were nice and warm. I thought it worked well. Right now, this year, here where we are, it's extremely damp. And dampness wetness for pigeons is never good. This is another thing we battle. I think this is why there's a lot of respiratory this year. I've had so many people tell me respiratory, closed eyes, sealed eyes. Oh, what you showed on the show, I've had it. Again, we combated it. We had 70 or 80 that were, different stages. The vaccine I used worked, which was good. With the respiratory product, great. A little canker pill. It cleaned it up. I would say 98%. Not every bird's going to cure. It is what it is. I also believe that all-in-one contains the vitamins and minerals. Yes, it does. And I believe there's pink mineral in here. And I thought it was a really good name, all-in-one. I don't think you got to get, if you're using products like this, I think you're fine. If you want to buy a bag of grit, sure. If you want to buy the pink minerals, okay, sure. Products like this, they carry so much of it. Just read what's on them. Take a look and then read the other bags. Read the bags that the other product that you want to buy and see what's in there. This is kind of a product. It helps you save time. Feed it and kind of go. But again, hey, I'm not saying to not feed the pink minerals. I'm not saying to feed the regular grits. Go ahead. David Tracy, for moisture, I started using natural floor loft white, works very well. Yeah. Dries up the lofts. I don't scrape the lofts. So our lofts are dry on the dry litter, but you never get rid of all the dampness. You just don't. Will a fan help? No, you don't use fans. I don't like exhaust fans in pigeon lofts. The loft has to breathe naturally. I think exhaust fans create drafts. But that's me. I wouldn't be putting exhaust fans in. or fans blowing on the birds. I don't think it's good. That's me. All the top lofts I've been to, none of them have exhaust fans. None. Never seen one. And I've never done a show where you've seen me say, oh, look it, they have fans. I don't believe so. How's it going, Ma? Something to look at. And this is why when you come on the Pigeon Boss tour, you're going to see 10 lofts. 10 lofts. You will go in the lofts. You can smell. You can look. You can see what they use on the floors. Scrape the floors. Non-scrape the floors. Wire floors. Wooden floors. The grading on the floors. You can see that. You can ask them, why don't you have a fan? You know, and it's funny, when I go to the Fugare shows, the one thing in the pigeon stores, the one thing I've never seen in the pigeon stores, from the one I've been in Holland, the Fugare show, the Houghton show, I never see fans for sale. I never see like, oh, this store here, they specialize in pigeon fans for the loft. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't think so. I'm never putting a fan in. There's no need for it. Your loft should breathe okay. Now, if you guys use fans and that's what you want to use, go ahead. I'm not using a fan. No. But remember, your loft has to be able to breathe. Right? Fresh air has to come in. Bad air has to be able to get out. You don't need to suck it in. You know, it's funny. I can go to bed in my room at night. And I can put a fan 5 feet away, blowing, on my face. I wake up in the morning. My sinuses are dry. I don't feel good. My face is cold. I have a headache. I don't feel good. Too much wind on the face. Maybe to fall asleep, it feels good for a minute, but having wind blowing on you, no. So, or pulling, I don't think you need it. I think just let the loft do its own thing. But again, that's me. Check out our loft tours. I think I've got 40 or 50. Same thing, 40 or 50. See how many guys I sign. They like eyes. But the eye doesn't do it. The eye's not what everyone believes. Same thing with fans. I don't see it. I see good feed, good pigeons, a good system. A dry loft, not even fancy, a dry loft. I mean, hey, man, I've been to some shitty lofts, even in Europe. They get super results. Nothing fancy. Have I been to the World Cup or the Super Bowl of pigeon lofts? Yeah, I've been to Jan Hoymans. Yeah, I've been to some really killer lofts. Xavier mentioned that breathing is right. Pigeons. Yeah, pigeons like heat. I don't think heat. If the loft breathes, heat's good. Heat is good, but the loft has to breathe. If it's hot outside and you have the windows up in your car, okay, it's 100 degrees, sitting in the car, windows up. There's no air. No good. Window down, you're okay. It's hot, but there's air. Air in, air out. You don't have to have a fan. You have one window open, 2 windows open, you're okay. I have the same with air conditioning. If I stay in the air conditioning room, I get sick. Same thing. We got a little Chihuahua here, Elliot. Out of all the brothers and sisters, we got 4. They're all related. Same family. He, in the summertime, he gets a cough. an air conditioning cough. The other three, they don't get it. He does not like the air conditioning. So we're the same on that one. Premier. Bert, Serge Van Elsecker said he wants cool. Everyone's different. Again, I can ask again. They just don't want. They want the loft to breathe. When it's hot, it's hot. I would rather have the lofts warmer than cooler. That's just me. You see here when we get racing, once it starts to cool down, I like to shut the windows, keep a little more warmth in. The birds like it a little bit better. I do think, too, if your loft breathes good and you're racing in the summer, the warmer the loft is on the inside. When the birds go out, it's automatically cooler. It's like it's easier. I think you said Serge Van Elsecker. I think that's what you were meaning. Serge Van Elsecker? I have to ask Serge. I'll ask him because he'll tell me straight away. Maybe he did say that. I don't know. Serge didn't have a fan. He had a vacuum, I believe. Heat is a secret weapon. Heat also helps the loft breathe. Yes, I agree. In Europe, the lofts are very closed up with the winter. They're very dry. Some are warm for young birds. Mainly lofts have full-length aviaries along the front. That's right. And the aviaries, again, they can open the windows. The loft breathes through the front and up through the roofs. The air's going up through. Shit, my dog just cost me $500 this week. Thought about our weather and the air conditioning. Shit, my dog's... We needed air conditioning. It's been sticky and muggy. And the dampness, I think, is hard a little bit on the birds, but the birds get used to it. I think it takes a bit of time. Windows open mean the loft gets wet when heavy winds or rain. Okay, so I like my lofts to face the west, where we are. Rain always comes out of the east. Awnings are good. You can have an awning over it. I have a loft with big windows. I have another loft that I've never showed you guys. Big windows. I've got plexiglass in front, but it's off the wall this much. So the air blows through. You have to design your loft, right? None of my lofts there get wet. The Twisted Sister doesn't get wet. The loft on the bottom doesn't get wet. The barn doesn't get wet. When you build your lofts, you sort of figure out what's going to work, which way you got to face it. If you got to face your loft to the east and the rain comes out of the east, rain here in this country, when the winds are out of the east, we get rain. So winds out of the east, lofts are facing the east. I got to have a further awning to stop the rain from blowing in. I got to do something, right? If you ask most pigeon men, they never build their loft right. They can build it 20 times. Premier will probably agree with me. You can never build a loft right. Every time you build one, you're like, oh, shit, I should have done that. Or, oh, shit, I went there, I like that. That's another thing. Going on this Pigeon Boss tour, you see different lofts. You see different setups. You get ideas. Great. And you actually get into the lofts and see. But don't worry, ABC Lofts. You're new. You're getting it. Watch those videos. Watch the videos. And I always say to people, don't watch the video once. Watch it 4 times. What? You're crazy. You'll learn more. Slow down. Watch it. Listen to it. Use your eyes. Shut the volume off and just watch it. See what you pick up. you know, see what you pick up. Then you listen to it again. Take a break from that video. Come back a month later. Watch it again. What would you change in your loft? The red loft, I would have it completely open. I like the stump perches instead of the box perches. I like both perches, but for one loft, the little stumps are better. I would like it completely open for one lofting. Would I have a wire floor? Yes. I'd have the loft off the ground, 10 feet, wire for one lofting. Yes, I would. Even here, I would do it. What the hell? I like the skylights in the ceiling. I think that's good. The loft breathes good there. I'm happy with that. Always, to make basketing easier, I would do something different. Sure, you always will. Good idea. I'll try awarding plexiglass. Yeah. You know, you can put plexiglass up. Remember, you got to leave it. It's got to stay off. You know, you can put it on an angle, the plexiglass, so the loft breathes. There's lots of little things. There is. But again, watch the videos. I don't know which way your loft face. I don't know which way your predominant rain is. If it was me, again, the best way for me to face a pigeon loft living here is west. Southwest, west. South is good, but we do get a little bit of rain comes out. A little bit. Yeah. Oh, Mike, you can never build a loft not big enough. I mean, hell, I'll build it 12 feet wide. 12 feet wide instead of 8. Yeah, sure. But from my area of what I'm working with, you know, big Avery out the front, sure. If you want that, 10 feet off the ground, Avery that you can walk in, big Avery, sure. Beautiful, right? I will say, with the steel roof, super good because the roof breathes all the way, which I like. I also like the plexiglass, the clear plastic you can get. I think that stuff is great. If I was building a breeding loft, man, I'd almost do the whole roof in that just for sunlight. I think sunlight is key. Sunlight not only, I think, helps with the drying of the loft, I think it makes the loft happier. I think sunlight helps kill some bacteria, which is good. What else? If I build another one loft race and I have big Averys, I'll put a sprinkler system in. I would do that. I don't know. I mean, shit. You can always. I mean, is this my ideal number one loft? No, but in a backyard having fun. Could I have it out in an open field? Yeah, even better. Better internet, 100% better. But yeah, there's a lot of things that you would do. And again, from going to Pattaya, going to Thailand Masters, going to the Beach Classic, going to the Hoosier, going to the California Classic, going to the San Diego Classic, going to see Ron Steinbrenner. I went to the Empire. I went to the Niagara race. I've been to a lot of different one loft races around the world, and you always see different things. Yeah, you can do louvers as well. You can do louvers that you can open and close. Again, the only thing with louvers, if you're not home, hey. But yeah, you can have those louvers. That works good. Louvers are good. The Herman's automatic cleaning system, sure, that'll be good. I've never tried it. Before I invest in a one loft with it, I want to really try it. Now, I know a lot of guys say it works good. I haven't heard too many negative reviews on it. But again, if money is no object, sure. Now, David Tracy, your loft faces the southwest. How are you for rain blowing in? Probably almost nothing. I would say. I know the lofts here that face the west, nothing. It can pour rain. You see the loft where the Twisted Sister is. Before the Twisted Sister was on that, we would get rain. Nothing would come in. This has been a pretty good conversation. We did some product testing, talked a little bit about it, about the birds flying. For pigeons, I would suggest the lofts were to be cleaned, to be changed in closed season, double-sided doors, full-length aviaries along the front. Yeah. Another different way of doing it. Aviaries down the front. I like big aviaries. Again, with what here, this is just another way of doing it. But I'm totally not against the aviaries. I like the walk-in aviaries. I do like those. I think those are nice. I would love to have the lofts off the ground. If I could, 8 feet, 10 feet, I would love that. I'd be good with that one, 100%. Again, we're talking perfect, right? Perfect. The wire floors, I like the wire floors. I think I go with wire floors. I think for one lofting, not for flying in combines and clubs. No, for one lofting, go with wire. I think it's better. So that's just my thought on it. I can't get the lofts up. We're going with wood. We're going to go with dry litter. That's what we went with. Still fine. Still works. Again, is it super the best looking? No. Gets the job done. But, I talked to Tony Malucci. He passed away, I think now, a year or so ago. And I never got to do an interview with him because I met him when I was about 19 or 20. I met him. He was good friends with Dean Pallett. And he said to me, Ryan, no matter how many pigeon lofts you build in your life, as soon as you're done building a pigeon loft, there's always something you change. You'll never build the perfect pigeon loft. And I never forgot that. And I told my father that, and we kind of always laugh about it, build a section or build individual breeding pens, and you say to yourself, shit, I should have done that differently, Pattaya has received 10,000 pigeons, some big teams, also from Canada, 50, 60 pigeons. Good. Van Gardoni flew out of a bank barn. Don't know what a bank barn is. I'm not sure, but okay. David Tracy agrees. He says nothing. You see in Asia countries, most of the lofts wide open because of the heat and being so muggy. I think the higher the lofts, this is just my thought, the higher the lofts that are up, okay, I don't mean, you don't have to have them 50 feet in the air, but I'm saying when the loft's 10, 12 feet off the ground, the droppings is gone. The air blows through. It's almost like the pigeons are under a bridge or in a tree. The air flows. The building breathes. Building's breathing. And I think that's good. And, I think Rosedale says it. Each loft has to be built to the area. I mean, I got people that come in and it's like, well, why don't you cut that tree? Why don't you cut that tree? Because this is a family house. People here that want the trees, I can't take it out. I have to work within my area. Again, Pattaya, take 10,000 pigeons in already. You got to have a building that's going to breathe for that. Canada, a little different here. But I'm not against this whole wire thing. I would just want my loft up. And I think 10 feet, 8 feet, 10 feet, 12 feet, very good. But that's me. I think much better than on the ground. And I mean, if a loft's on the ground, I'd at least at least give me a foot off the ground so some air moves. But you know, that was tonight. I think this was a pretty fun show. You guys helped me out a bit. You came on. You chatted it up. Nice to see people from all over participating. Again, on Friday night, 177. The bird that clocks 177. If it's your bird and you picked it and you invested $5, and for $5 you get 5 picks. Don't pick your bird. Pick anyone's bird. Spot 177. You will win the pot. We're going to give some swag away. What the hell? We give a couple prizes away. Get on there and participate. Don't be shy. Again, our Pigeon Boss Tour, 7 spots. If you want to come and see these great lofts. Oh, and Premier League. Your buddies are on here as well. The Pollens, you are going to go and meet them. Who is on the trip, you ask? Let's pull this down here quickly one more time. You've got Nicholas Norman. Ooh, you've got Serge Van Alsecker. You've got Xavier Verstrada. You've got the Pollens, Mark and Gert Pollen. You got Emil Denny's. You've got Annex Gauthier. You've got Annemie Van Hee. You've got Guy Van den Aura. You've got Eddie Grugens. And you've got Stefan Steenberg. I don't think I've missed anyone. I hope I haven't. You get Van Roby's feed store. You're going to go see it. You're going to get the Fugare show. You're going to get the Golden Doif Awards. You're going to get the Lear Market. You're going to get the Schumacher Breeding Stud. You're going to go see Bruges. You're going to go see Antwerp. Van den Valk Hotels, Super #1. Breakfasts are included. I'm your tour guide. All you pay for is your dinners and your plane ticket, and we take care of everything else. Super fun. Reminder, in November, we'll be at the Perth Amboys. All these super breeders, I believe there's 17 breeders that we are taking to Perth Amboys. 2 birds from each. You see the list there from Patrick Brooks, Annemie Van Hee, Darren Mays from the UK, Derek Walsh from Ireland, Dennis Sapin, Zolt Pinter, Sonia Vandermeulen, Eugene Stable, Patrick Brooks, Stefan Steenberg, Annex Gauthier, Zolt Pinter, Anders Brobeck. Oh, I could be missing some. Poten Lanen. There you have that. That'll be fun in Perth Amboys. Oh, how do we get that off there? And let's not forget as well, in December at Perth Amboys, you are going to be able to meet Emil Denny's, Annemie Van Hee, and you know who, Xavier Verstrada. We'll be doing an auction of these 3 breeders at Perth Amboys, the best of the best for this Elite Pigeon Auctions. Whew. Oh, and let's not forget, hey, can't forget, Wednesday night, Pigeon Bingo. We're going to have the Super Bingo going, and I believe round 13, as long as it sells out, which there's only a few more squares left. Wire floors are for convenience, no scraping floors. 100%. The Pollens just have another super pigeon. You will see him when you go. You better come on the tour, man. You're only down the road. Some areas have building height restrictions. If I build my next loft, it's going to be somewhere where I'm out in a big field. Yeah. If I build a big one loft race, I don't know. You never know. If I move to Belgium, I don't know. If I move somewhere to fly pigeons, I don't know. Have to see. You know, you never know what twists and turns come in your life, right? Normans and Paulins, super pigeons for strong middle distance and long distance and headwinds. If prepared right, you will get them home. Guys, Premier League knows. Everybody on this tour has good pigeons and different pigeons, okay? Different pigeons. And what is great is you come, you meet them, you see, shake their hands, handle their pigeons, and you see what you like. They will have a small selection for you to choose from, and we're going to help out. And this tour is open to anyone in the world. If you're from the UK, you can come. If you're from China, you can come. If you're from America, you can come. Canada, you can come. This trip isn't for just Canadians and Americans. It's for anyone that wants to come on the tour and have some fun, see some great lofts, and have a real pigeon trip. That's why it took us 5 years to put this together. We wanted to do it right. We wanted to make sure the hotels were right, the food was right, the lofts were right. And I know there's people going to say, well, why didn't you pick that loft? Or why didn't you pick this loft? We had to fit it into this schedule. I had to see the people who were available. Does it mean next year we might change some lofts? Yeah, it could be 10 different lofts. You never know. I could be next year in the UK. I could be next year in Holland. I could next year in Germany. You know. The main thing is